Hello you fantastic people and welcome back to Borderlands 3, another legendary weapon guide for you guys today, and this one is the legendary Cutsman SMG, the melee one SMG, which is an absolute Mayhem 4 tank SMG. It is so good. Works on most bosses as long as they're not jumping around, because there is a bit of delay with the shooting. But you guys likely know about the Cutsman if you're watching this video. I'm here to bring you the dedicated drop location for it. Super hard to get just from world drops, so I thought I'd make this one. It has been known for a little while, but I thought I'm going to cover all the dedicated drops for you guys on this channel, so I thought I'd start with the best of the best, because I know you guys want to jump in to Mayhem 4 if you guys aren't stacked enough yet. The Cutsman is one of the weapons that will get you from Mayhem 3 builds to Mayhem 4 very easily. And the place is Borderlands. If you guys haven't heard of him, I hadn't heard of him until I started looking for all the dedicated drop locations. He is a rare spawn enemy. Yes, so instantly you're probably like all oofed, struggle town, and yes, I vibe with it. So unfortunately I wasn't feeling too well today, so I actually postponed my 50 kills of a Mayhem 4 boss today to tomorrow, so when I'm feeling a little better, because those are generally harder to make. I still farmed this guy over 50 times, just trying to confirm and get a drop rate for you guys for the dedicated drops for Borderlands, because he's that annoying at spawning. Now, to be fair, I likely just got shafted with the RNG luck, because whenever you're making a video or you're trying to find a specific gun in a certain amount of time, the game ruins your luck and make sure you don't get it for as long as physically possible. So with that in mind, hopefully you guys will have better luck and will get it faster than me, and hopefully get some good anointments on your Cutsmans, so that way you can absolutely shred Mayhem 4 bosses in the future. Now, as for where to find Borderlands, he's actually super easy to farm. He's super easy to get to. You go down to Promethea, go down to Meridian Outskirts, you go to the second fast travel location, see, like that's how close I am. The Meridian Outskirts, rather than the drop pod, you go to this one, so you don't have to run as far. Jump in a car, yeet around this corner to the left, and then you just climb up to this area right here. I'll show a run on screen right now so you guys can check it out. It's super quick. Now, unfortunately, he's a rare spawn enemy. So if you guys don't know what that means, essentially, he will not be in the game every single time you log in. It can go up to 5, maybe even 10 times. If you're extremely, extremely unlucky, maybe even up to 20 times where he doesn't actually spawn, which is super, super irritating. These drop rates, or spawn rates rather, were supposed to be buffed and fixed recently. Personally, I was still kind of super annoying having to log into the game and there's still being, a chance he's not spawning and a regular chance that he's not spawning. From my experience, I didn't have to wait any more than 5 times. That was the longest time, and every time that happened, I was getting super annoyed. I'm just like, why is this in the game? But hopefully, eventually, this won't be a thing, and that would just be, a reduced drop rate, but at least you get to fight him every time, right? And there's a chance he's gonna drop it, rather than logging in and out of the game for absolutely nothing 5 times in a row. But now that I've finished complaining about rare enemy spawns, the drop rates, I actually killed him 50 times today. Dead on 50, which is kind of ironic considering my series of killing things 50 times on purpose. I killed him 50 times unintentionally before he dropped one Cutsman. It was on the 50th run, which includes not just him spawning, but me running there and him not being there. So out of the 50 runs, 33 times he didn't spawn, 16 times he did spawn, and he didn't drop me anything, no legendaries at all. And on the last run, he dropped me a Cutsman. I'm pretty sure I did it on a no mayhem level just to make it easier for myself, essentially make the farm faster. Because of course, if you guys don't already know, you don't have to be on mayhem levels, you don't have to be on true vault hunter mode or anything like that for these. Dedicated drops have the exact same drop rate regardless of mayhem modifiers, true vault hunter mode, luck relics, guardian ranks, anything like that. It doesn't affect it. The only thing that changes, if you guys are in Mayhem 4, you have the highest chance of anointment on your weapon, but that doesn't change how often it drops. It just changes the chance of it being an anointment. Now, like you guys likely saw in the clip before of me farming him, he does actually have a second dedicated drop in Borderlands 3, a dedicated legendary that is, being the Sawbar AR, or assault rifle, made by COV. Actually a really good assault rifle as well, particularly depending on your guys' builds, it can be really, really good. But that also drops from there, and I got that on my 70th run, I believe. Yeah, I just checked, it took 70 runs. So again, it could take a really long time. You might also be the lucky kind and get it on your 1st or your 5th try and get it super, super early and just annoy everyone else that has to wait like 100 times to get it. But if you guys want the anointed, like Sawbar or Cutsman even, this is probably the better place to do it, because they are really rare drops. Particularly for me, I don't know, you guys might get them way easier, but I never get anointed Cutsmans, so I'll probably farm him a bit more and see if I can get an anointed one on Mayhem 4. Also, just another quick thing to mention, he does have a red chest you likely saw in the clip as well. You guys can check that out as well. It does also have a chance to drop legendaries, so yeah, definitely check out those chests, particularly on the runs that you don't get Borman like spawns. I definitely check them all the time, because I actually get pretty decent loot from red chests, and I bet you guys but I actually reckon I've got some of my best weapons from red chests, surprisingly enough, because they're really easy to open compared to a boss fight that takes me at least 5 minutes. But anyway, this is one of my better Cutsmans. I don't think I have the highest damage one at the moment, but this one is 1400 damage plus 3795 damage per second of electric damage with 19% chance, which is really, really good. I guess it would work pretty decently with some melee builds as well. 60% melee damage with that giant knife on the front of the thing. It's also just a really good all-round weapon. Like, it works with a lot of different builds. You don't have to be particularly built for it. It just works really well, and you can of course spec into it to make it even better, particularly with that elemental damage. If you have elemental builds, that can multiply so much higher. And here's a closer look at the Sorba Assault Rifle by COV that is also dropped by Borman Nates. It's kind of crazy looking gun. It's just got stuff hanging off everywhere. Like, the scope is a glass bottle. Like, it's ridiculous. It's actually a really good weapon though. I did use it a lot in my playthrough. I haven't used it really since because it doesn't really work with my build, but I'm keen to get into some elemental builds when I start up my Amara, so I'm keen to get into the usage of this one. But yeah, that is everything I have for the Cutsman and the Sorba dedicated drop in Borderlands 3. I hope you guys found this video helpful or enjoyable at all. If you did, feel free to smash subscribe down below. We've absolutely been flying since the dedicated drop update thing came out, so thank you very much for that. You guys are absolute legends. If you guys want to share this video, like it down below. It would help the channel grow even more. That would be fantastic. And feel free to leave a comment down below which dedicated drop you would like me to cover next. I'm going to cover all of them, but I can, prioritize if you guys are keen for a particular one first. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's video. And yeah, adios.